Even if there's only one string, it still can compose a beautiful chapter. Even if there's only one balloon, it still can take you somewhere far and high. Even if this is not a luxury house, but we are loving this house.
Loving this house.
Loving this house.
Family? There are many types.
Many type. What kinds of type?
There's one called maiden family.
Right, maiden family.
I know you don't have one yet.
Immigration is also my maiden family.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Am I right?
Yeah, so you have the biggest one. That's immigration agency.
Right, fair. So it's Taiwan.
But there's even bigger one.
Bigger one.
Let me tell you, today, no matter the sizes,
To come to our show,
we find them all.
literally who comes are important persons.
And they drive themselves. Mobile station.
Wow.
The chief of the mobile.
Yes.
One of the chiefs. Vice President of Immigration Agency, He Rongchun, Vice President. Hello, everyone. He Rongchun, the Vice President of Immigration Agency. Vice President is very friendly. You will know later when he talks.
Okay.
This is the typical parents of maiden
Yes.
family. And from the front line, the chief of Hualien Station, Mr. Chen Junren. Hello, everyone. Chen Junren, the chief of Hualien Immigration Station. Mr. Chen is very famous in the east side.
Yeah.
Oh, from grocery affair to lawsuit, he can help everything.
Right. Over here we've invited. She is from Yidian Social Welfare Foundation, Xia Jingyi. Hi, everyone.
Xia Jingyi, principal of Yilan branch of Yidan Foundation.
Here comes Peter again.
Our old friend.
The specialist from Taidong, Mr. Chen Yunping.
Hello everyone, just call me Peter. Chen Yunping, the specialist of Taidong Service Station.
Miss Zhu Qingzhu from Vietnam. Hello.
Zhu Jingzhu from Vietnam, currently volunteer for interpreter in Hualien Immigration Service Station. Do you live in Hualien now?
Yes, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Nice environment.
Okay. Next, first subject we should ask about the mobile. Since it's called mobile station, we should ask the driver.
Yes.
When this moving station starts the service, Vice President. Okay. Before this service was established, immigration agency has set service around the island and also the remote islands. And the police has set foreign affairs services in each counties. After it's set, we still need continue the service. We set a station in each county and city. This is to service the new immigrants. Just enlarge the covered field. It's different. Even though 3 of 5 major cities combined together, but other 22 counties we base on the service to help new immigrants. The rest 3 major cities still remain 25 stations as usual. That's the service.
So many stations.
Oh, this requires a lot of manpower, Mr. He. About this, if we want to get closer to offer the services, I don't think it's enough. That's why we came out the idea of mobile station to serve the people in the remote area.
I see.
About the mobile, do you have to run for it every day?
It's not.
Each of the station, the size depends on the service area. Basically, one trip in every 2 weeks, just like Hualien service station.
Yes.
It's coming to Fenglin this week.
Yes.
And 2 weeks later, it will move to far away. Oh, no wonder Mr. Chen looks like covered with lots of
He
dust.
must.
No, it's dust. I mean dust.
Yeah.
Now, Jinmen is the most popular. We go there about 5 times in 2 weeks, Jinmen. And the rest of the counties, it's about once in 2 weeks. But Mr.
They are
Chen,
busy.
Hualien is long. Yes. Then how can you? I've once been to Fuli. From Hualien to Fuli takes 3 hours. Back and forth takes 6 hours. Some places are not even inside Fuli. It's even deeper inside Fuli.
Is it like that?
Almost. And since we will inform the visiting date to the area, so and ask the mobile advertisement to promote, and we also send flyers. We will send a notification.
So there's an advertisement before you go.
Tell them when they can come to Fuli. It's a church, right? A Catholic church. Yeah, come to the church so we can get close to them for the service.
I see.
That's what you mean, mobile. Yes. Mr. Chen, can you tell us that is it enough for you to go to a place every 2 weeks? Can it cover all? Or actually you do this every 2 days? Actually, this service, it should be done every day. We have 2 types of services. One is inside the station. We have the service counter. The other one is like Mr. He just mentioned, the service from the mobile station, which means as the words that move while you're standing. Well, our mobile vehicle is really active within these 2 weeks. One is to Fenglin in the middle of Hualien. One is to Fuli in south.
Yes.
Talking about Fuli, because the distance is further, one trip is about 3 hours. So if the car can move with human strength, it can be done. And the service to each corner, the major purpose is to collect. Since from Fulin to Hualien, one-way trip is 3 hours. Return will take a day. So due to the service by themselves to collect the papers and send it back to them, that saves trouble from the traveling. The other one is the service of law consultant. Because they are new immigrants, they are strange to many things.
Yes.
Only one thing on customs is really confusing. Not even about the deep and the hard laws. So we are thinking to use the chance once in a month to promote them face to face and let them to speak up the questions and also let us to answer each one in details. The next one is the individual service. What's about the difficulty? We will come right away and absorb the question and sign a customized case for the superior to solve.
What did you come out to this kind of idea at first?
Mr. Of course, the service station is to set up for new immigrants.
Yes.
Such as before the immigration agency was set up, the case was under police office. That's only one type of case application. It's very simple, including the extension of ARC, the extension of stay, and foreign ARC ID. After it's set up, those application accepting counter, including whoever from China or overseas, we all accept. And we even add immigrant coach and concern of immigration. And one more is law consulting service and refer special individual case. That's all. I have brought a treasure bag today.
We also have it today.
Wherever the new immigrants are from, China or Vietnam, they need to come to our service station to apply ARC, and our consultant will say, please have a seat in the coach room. We will tell them what we need them to know. And inside the bag, there are manual books in 5 languages, including Vietnamese, Thai, Myanmar, and Indonesian, and also simple Chinese for China. If you are coming from Vietnam, we give him a copy of Vietnamese version and also a Chinese version.
Can I take a look?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. That's right. We give them back with the bag. That's it.
This bag is for free.
Free. We give them for complimentary to let them know that we do share our concern to them. There are many numbers. This is something really practical. Yes. Next, I would like to ask, besides these copies, what else the service you offer in this station? The basic service in the station is for application. Next is consulting for law. And next is the immigration coach and concern, assistant for individual, legal aid, and that's it. These are the services. Strategy Alliance. Most of all, we also have International Immigrant Day. It's starting from this month. It's about to begin. International Immigrant Day. Yeah. What is it, Mr.? December 8th is International Immigrant Day. That's why we set this day as Immigration Day. That's to let all the immigrants, including they're from China, overseas, white collar, blue collar, they all like this place. We shall let them to participate this kind of event from us, such as 1st of December. There are 8 countries to hold an event, International Immigrant Day, including setting booths, promotion, that's it. Whenever in Taipei, Pingdong, or Taidong. I'd like to ask Mr. Chen, besides what Mr. He just mentioned, those services, what we heard.
Really?
Is there any extra service? Strategy Alliance? No, it's about the service subjects in the station. Based on your experience, have you ever done something excluded? Oh, there are too many excluded. What kind of special service exactly does the station offer?
会觉得说我很像什么都不行，我没有办法生存在这一块土地上。那后来我有机会跟移民署接触的时候，我在那边当志工，就是慢慢有自信啊，然后就会跟人沟通啊，所以我觉得在我心中，在台湾这一块，移民署永远是我的男一。
Based on your experience, have you ever done something excluded? There are too many excluded.
For example,
let me think of an example, such as when it's about Chinese New Year.
Yes.
We will send our greeting before the Eve. And another 3 major festivals we will hold on events, such as we mentioned Lantern Festival, Dragon, Mid-Autumn Festival. And also we have a reading club. We invite them to come and join to raise their internal quality. Oh, we didn't expect the station will have reading club.
That's nice.
Oh, you really cover all services,
True.
everything.
That's right.
And Peter, something special? Yeah. The extra service from us is like we think of remote areas and employment issues. When the mobile station arrives, we can see the problem of employment. We also make some proposals and fight for some association. And at the end, it was a great sponsor from Eden.
Together.
And we then cooperate with them. We found a Priest Wu foot massage at Oko. And Priest Wu himself is willing to help those new immigrants. And he is always enthusiastic to help all the people, including all the people.
Yes.
We also take the place as our staff for the mobile vehicle station. We can also collect the papers and discover some local problems. And we discovered the issue is employment. Then I wrote a proposal. After it's done, I was trying to find a sponsor. And at the end, it was Eden Welfare took over. This might ask the representative to explain
please
for
tell
us the plan.
Okay, I think this is it. Lastly, Eden Welfare has been serving the people here for 5 years. The foundation of Eden begins from helping disability. Why did we cover to help new immigrants? Because we realized that the spouses of many disabilities are foreigners. We've also done that for the kids, early intervention service for the kids. Many of them are mentally retarded. The mother's foreigner, they have less cultural inspiration, so all the way we visit each of their house to do the service, especially the family located in remote areas, especially the new immigrant family, they become the major labor in the family. It's really common now. Yes. There are the elder above. There's a kids to watch over, so they will need to lean on a huge, no matter it's the pressure or the stress from finance, because their life partner need to work hard.
Yes.
And the jobs might be hard to get around the area. After the foreign wives come to Taiwan, they need to work faster to let their language to fit in the place, to have the chance to work for their kids, to have enough incomes. It's been a very huge difficulty. So we started to think how to help. Besides, we do some welfare for second generation of new immigrants, such as we do cram school.
Yes.
We open Vietnamese class. Yeah, we open some classes for the kids, such as Vietnamese, to let them have chance to talk to their grandparents. To let them understand their own culture is amazing too. So we are thinking that when we've been doing so many service for the kids, but the service for their parents are not taken, then the kids could still become the issue. So this is how we started to think to help the foreign wives, to let them to have a skill to work in Taiwan. There was once when I was chatting with Peter, their priest in Changbin, that's the beginner of foot massage in Taiwan. There are many new immigrants. He thinks to help those people to let them learn the skill, such as foot massage. Especially we realize there are many people like to cycle in Taitung. This is combined with B&B owners, and the people who do cycling might like foot massage.
Really, very pain.
Yeah, that's why we think this can be a target for them to learn, because currently the new immigrants in Taitung, mostly they are the people who's in charge for nurse care, so they can't work somewhere far, but farming seems the only work in the remote places.
Either you farm or you do dishwashing,
or you work in B&B for some cleaning jobs, but the pay is really less, and it may not match to the basic secure from the law. So we wish to help them to develop this part. So when Peter is in between telling me the idea from priesthood and this matches to how we want to help the new immigrants, we combined it. So Indian welfare has raised some fund and some sources. Of course, it's from the support of public. We then make this proposal to become true.
By the time Priest Wu, as what I know, he would like to do the foot massage. Of course, it's related to where's he from. Swiss has this kind of background.
Where he is from.
Yeah, but he was thinking if the people in the remote areas where they can have their own secure, less ill, less medicine, less med. And it turns out it can work and let it become a skill for new immigrants.
Exactly.
The human life is above imagination.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's ask Qingzhu.
Qingzhu.
Inside these local stations or the headquarters in Taipei, is there any service you've taken or you've become one of the staffs of them?
Yes. Actually, I think when I joined Hualien Station of Immigration Agency was in 1999. I think from the moment it was the start of my current life, a start point, I used to be disconsolate. Why do I say that? Because when you come to this stand, since we Vietnamese have no ideas on the words, and talk to my husband.
What do you mean the words?
After come to Taiwan, we don't understand.
You mean Chinese?
So it's also hard to talk to the husband sometimes. Lose the confidence. We'll think that we can't do anything. I cannot survive my life on this land. And when my kids started the kindergarten, I have the chance to get in touch with the agency. I volunteered over there. From the moment I felt, I started to learn and got my confidence back. And I started to talk to people. So in my mind, I think Taiwan, this stand, the agency is always my main family. And I think and I served my duty there for several years. I realize every day I see each job they do, it really touches me a lot. Can you tell us one story for example?
What exactly the movement did a specialist from the station do to touch Qingzhu?
就不然他就分给邻居。好，他跟我怎么讲呢？我就送给我们楼下那个外省来的。我愣了一下，因为我们讲外省，大部分讲民国38年来那一批。他也是外省啊，但是呢，他没有感觉他是外省，他已经是跟我们是相同的。
I remember I used to follow a specialist to visit a very remote place for the service, and the new immigrant wanted to apply the ID. But when she needed to apply, she had to come to Taipei to renounce her nationality. And she didn't have card, so she has to take train to Taipei, but the office closed at 12. So the specialist, she drove from 3 a.m. in the morning from Hualien to Ruisui to give her a lift to Hualien train station. Let her catch the train to Taipei just to apply the paper in time. That's the moment I've taken this in my mind deeply. Very touching. Yes, very thoughtful.
She's done that?
He's done that.
Wouldn't that person be you? The girl named Chen Jiangqi.
I think she offered the right this kind of movement. I really feel very touching. So at the moment, and it's also because of her. That's also because of her I can sit here today. Yeah.
Actually, Chinzu has many more. She's also doing interpreter many more stories to tell.
Okay.
Let Mr. He to tell us more. Mr. He also has many contacts and service at the front line. There are several stories to share. Okay. The first I've encountered is when we visited Nantou. There's a new immigrant from China. Her Taiwanese husband drives the truck. He drinks some alcohol and the liver was damaged, required a transplant. And the new immigrant, she volunteers to donate her liver to him. And that's why we call they are liver of lover. That's the story. Then we took Mainland Affairs Council. They're our corporate partner. We took them together since they have much more fund. So the council offered her 30,000. And this is the first case. The second case, one of the service from mobile station is the take application of resident, answer of law and individual cases, and coach for immigration and promotion of multicultural. This one case I went to Taiping in Taichung. She's from China. How about her? She one of station in Fengyuan. She wrote a letter to me. Oh, she wrote to you? She wrote a letter. She said, before the service of mobile station, she had to ride bicycle from Taiping to Fengyuan for 2 hours.
So long, marathon.
Yeah. Now our service of mobile reaches to Taiping, she can get it closer and easier. And after I went to her place, I realized what Shandong steam bun means. She especially made this steam bun. Wow,
What
it was really
fun.
same size as a hat. A Shandong steam bun as big as a hat. Then we should really visit her and taste her Shandong steam bun. Huge bun.
Yes.
Let me know when you're going. I'll take you there.
Okay. Go as a group.
Yeah. But honestly, it really works out the effect these years of integration of multicultural.
Yes.
The beginning of this month, I went to Penghu. There's a foreign wife who is from China, Beijing.
Yes.
New immigrant. She and her husband breed cobia in inner sea of Penghu. Most of the cobia we have in Taiwan is bred by them. Yeah. The cobia from her is huge. You can't finish. Never. She shares to the neighbors. What did she tell me? I give it to our neighbor from mainland in downstairs. I was confused. Because if we say someone from mainland China, usually means early immigrants.
Yes.
There's where's she from too? But she didn't feel that way. She's already same as us. She has been localized. We are the same people.
Yes.
That's the story. This means our multicultural has been integrated. Yes. This week, last Tuesday, I went to Yilan. There's a Indonesian immigrant. She wrote me a thank you letter. What did she say? What's our case about? Her husband died. She's afraid that we depart her and separated from her child. I say, we won't. We'll keep you here with the child. She was very grateful. She was there on the stage reading her Indonesian. She didn't know Chinese yet, Indonesian. And our associate translate into Chinese. They all have sincere feeling inside the words. She said thank you, and when it seems the end throughout the aid by social worker and Mr. He, I finally got my Taiwanese ID in this September.
Yes.
This is really not
Those
just...
stories are really touching.
Honestly, you will think this is what's supposed to be done by public servant. But actually, we can see the connection between each person.
Right.
That's the true meaning of service. We collaborate with NGO group, Foreign Spouse Group, and Eden. We finally know how to take care of the new immigrants of their lives. The Maiden family is really a savior to save people. There are too many stories. Mr. Chen, please tell us. He has too many stories. Whatever you can search on internet is countless. Let me share 3 cases in the beginning of the year. First, we went, still the same fully. We worked with Red Cross Association to deliver the supply to fully. We thought it was only more vulnerable. The economy might not be too poor to handle.
Yes.
But when we got there, I was standing in front of the door and checked and got into the house for a visit. I was shocked. I confused of what I saw. This is really called empty.
Really?
The most valuable is the TV. The TV, I guess, is the price of withdrawal or a
Is
gift
it
from
plasma?
others. And the rest of the space, there's not even table or chairs. And the paint, there's no paint on the wall.
Yes.
And 2 children were really, I think they were really miserable. The mother with 2 children.
Yes.
The husband earns by part-time jobs. The finance is really bad. When I saw this, I gave some supply to their place before New Year's season. I hope to show some
really in time.
hospitality to let them have a nice New Year.
Each case.
This is the front line from the station and see the actual fact in the front line. For us,
That's
it's hard to
true.
imagine.
How to live there.
How can
In
people
Taiwan,
live
there's
like
still
that?
life like that.
This. They come far to Taiwan and become us and encounter a different life scenario. Actually, we really need people from the agency to help, to become our eyes, to see, to represent our arms and legs, and tell us what kind of service that we can offer. I would like to ask Peter. Specialist Chen will share his impressive experience. Don't miss it.
偏乡比较多的物资的缺乏，所以我们会一直募物资，包括米啦，好一些日常生活的一些耗材，我们都会募很多。那很开心，就是因为我们要去送，老师我们有时候工作人员他们都女孩子，又没有那么好的车子，好可以把它送出去，所以他们的行动福利一出来，我们就赶快把东西全部上他们的车上去了，包括米，所以他们那个出去之后，那个轮子都会陷下去。
I like to ask Peter too. Actually, the service is more or less the same as Hualien Station, but when our mobile station goes out, we won't let our own fellow out, but still follow NGO. They will come with us. Why do we go out with them together? Because I realize Eden Welfare is our founder.
How to say?
Actually, Eden has some proposals that when we met some cases which requires a follow-up backup, we'll leave the issue to them, see how we can clean this up, leave it to them.
How can you
They'll
do
take
that?
over. I seem to see Nobita and Doraemon.
Right. It seems like this.
Such as the class after school and also mentally retarded, and that's what they specialize, and to collaborate with our volunteers and interpreters together. One of volunteers, the retired lady, she used to be a midwife, and some birth delivery aid is come to your place. If there's health issue, the retired chief is amazing, said, you should do this to the kids, how to breastfeed. We're stunned over there. They speak lots of professional words,
yes,
and when we
yes.
see the kids is mentally delayed or they will attack strangers. When we discover this, then Eden has come again. So when our mobile station goes out, every problem will be solved.
Since we've been taking concerned or rare group of people, we go wherever the place needs us.
Yes.
Like we will also, because the lack of supply happens more, so we keep collecting such as rice or some living materials. We'll collect a lot. It's relief that because we are sending, honestly, most of us are girls. We don't have a nice car to deliver all the supply.
Yes.
So when their mobile station is ready to leave, we are hurry to move everything into the cart, including rice. So when they're out, the car will sink.
This is-
The
That
rice
was
is too
Mr.
heavy.
mentioned.
Yes. We put all the rice, detergent, daily supply into the cart
Yes.
and follow them. Deliver whoever need it. Such as some people are really poor, we will get into the system and help them apply the some weakness finance support. Such as some of the kids might not have the budget for extra course, or they don't have money for lunch. Or maybe some of them, sometimes you will wish this kid can follow as other usual kids. Let them have chance to learn some talents after the school or some courses such as math, but some families can't. So we will help to apply the sponsor to fulfill the demand of
I
this
see.
part. Yes.
We hope there are more sources coming with us, so when the mobile station goes out, all the cases can have solutions.
Yes.
Like we went to Luye village. This is Daimali. This picture is taken in Daimali.
Yes.
The rice seems from Eden. We take all the credits. So immigrants agency is not definitely having everything, every source. It's limited to national sources.
Right.
But it at least is it's a platform.
Yes.
And extend itself, and all the source can connect to each other and transfer and let the specialists to offer their best, and some people can offer sources. I think this is the most major function from the agency.
That's right. I would like to ask Jean if she has any special experience that she can share with us. Okay, I probably have two very special stories. Because we are helping foreign spouses to work, let's help to train them how to massage. There's a Miss Ron. She moved to Taiwan for decades, and two of her daughters, 9 and 6 years old. And she's really attached to her husband. And two of her kids are, because the weather in Changbin has been bad, it rains a lot. The weather is not good. Two kids are easily allergic. And black eyes and allergic,
Sneezing.
yes, a lot. Her husband has the gout. That's herself.
How poor she is. The family
Herself
is ill.
doesn't sleep well, and after attending the class, thought it's hard. It's hard to memorize, but she can help to practice on her husband, massage him, and the kids. She discovered their allergy has improved. The gout is improved too. The improvement includes herself by better sleep. She is happy. She thinks learning this can help herself and also her family. Sometimes we can see her inside the church helping some elders for the foot massage. And I asked the elder, do you think it's working? Yes, I come every week. And I realized she can help to take care of her family and
Yes,
others
yes.
throughout the skill.
She still can help others.
Yes, and she becomes more confident and happy. This is the part we are happy to see.
I think this is the best.
Just like Qingzhi mentioned, be more confident. Yes.
This we should ask from Qingzhu. She actually helps others to do translation.
Yes.
During your experience, is there any deep impression, no matter in agency or something like what Eden Welfare has helped your story?
Actually, I think people like us, especially from Vietnam, the language is really a very huge problem and issue. Sometimes the couple do love each other, but because the language it becomes the reason they stop to love. Is that serious? It becomes a misunderstanding. I see. But it's simply the difficulty and becomes a misunderstanding instead. And my deep impression is with immigration agency. There was a case from mobile station, which I think is sad. Her husband was in his 30s, but got a stroke. He got a stroke. He is so young, totally lost ability. And by the time we sat and talked, we were there to care for the new immigrants. And I realized this after I asked. Actually, he married her after he got a stroke. She's from Indonesia.
Oh, they married after the stroke.
After the stroke. Right, I thought they married before the stroke. But after I asked, I knew it's after the marriage. But I can tell the Indonesian spouse, she's very positive. Her smile is really, really pure and simple. By the time, at the moment, I was so impressed. I think if I were her, I can't do that. Really, because I really think her smile is really pure. And she sat next to her husband. She helped him to have chocolate. Because he was whammy about it, kept doing it, so she gave him some chocolate to comfort him. Yeah, and at the moment, I was thinking in my mind that why she wanted to marry him. Then I heard from her mother-in-law that I realized they went for fortune teller in Indonesia. Muslim is the religion. She went for it. The master said, you will marry to someone like this. After that, when she was holding this, she met him. That really happened. Yes, that's why they got married and come to Taiwan. Yeah, so this is to me, I don't think she has any future, but she lives happily.
Mister, do you have anything to say about the mobile station or about being a major maiden family by immigration agency? What do you have in mind to tell all of our audience? Because now we have 300 million budgets annually and 3 billion for 10 years to coach foreign spouses. In the past, it was for the unit set for new immigrants, just like Chinju. She's doing coach for foreign spouses. They also work hard, and now they are all successful. Starting from last year, we have a 火炬 program. The program is to let the kids, let we coach the immigrant children and family or to the school. That's it. Let me tell you 2 stories. In next section, Mr. He will share the most touching service stories. Let me tell you 2 stories. I went to Puli Elementary. The school collaborates the 火炬 program. There's a rule in the program that the teachers should have family visit to show the concern, and one of the supervisors led the volunteers to visit a new immigrant's house. And what she saw, there's something missing in the house, and they realize there's no desk. The kids do the homework on the bed. After he went back home and he told the neighbor about this family, they don't have desk at home. The neighbor said, I just have a desk here. We're not using it. You can have it. So the supervisor hired a car to carry the desk to the new immigrant's house. When the kid saw he finally has a desk to study, he's so happy. That's it. And the other one in Zhusan, because we have the rule that the program should have family camp. The family camp for the experience. So the school made it happen in Chigu, South Mountain. The rule asking the kids to come with their parents, and one of the kids' parents were divorced. He lives with the father. The kid went to talk to his mother. Is it possible to come to Chigu with them on that day to experience the camp. Then the mother came, and after they finished the trip, the parents got married again. That's the story. Mr. Chen, what do you want to tell our audience about and the new immigrants at the end about your service station? Well, we wish no matter where you are from, you all can have a better life, improved life here, and also can adapt the living environment here. Jingyi, during your service, at the end of the show, no matter it's to the agency or to the people you have served or to the partner like Peter, what you want to say at the end?
Okay, I think myself in this kind of service, actually I never think I'm a helper. I also think I'm a receiver. How to say this? Let me take an example. I used to come to a family in our service. She opens a Vietnamese restaurant, a small one, right next to the coastline road. There are two elders. Her in-laws are old, and she married to her husband. There are 3 sons. Besides her husband, his 2 brothers are mentally disordered. They are not able to work. After they married, they had 2 kids, and we brought all the sources to her. She didn't want anything. She gives all the supply to others who need more than her. That's who she is. Travel alone to Taiwan and opens a shop to support an 8-person family and reduce one disadvantaged family. That's what I've been doing all the years. We've been helping these families, and during the service, a new immigrant comes to Taiwan, she improves the family, but I have more power to help the who need it. This story really can keep me standing on my feet to continue. During this service, it's really tough. During the process, I usually say give them fish rather than give them fish rod. So due to this program, what we're happy is we hope the remote area in Taiwan in each of the corner, the Asian population is serious, such as Changbin is 20%. It's a highly aged society. If we can put such a wonderful manpower into the remote location to handle these care jobs, like we train them to learn foot massage, in the future, if we have a chance in a remote village where can set up a nurse home and let new immigrants to help the elders, to extend the degeneration, to extend the issue in the society. I think this is very important. It's important manpower resources in remote places. We hope we can import this in Taiwan. The nursery care industry is really lack of manpower. If there's a chance, I think it's gonna work. Like the immigrant agency has supported us doing some coach for 2nd generation or some Vietnamese classes through the fund, including what we are doing this year to sponsor them. I also hope in the future that we can work harder to help those new immigrant sisters to have a chance to work, to improve their family's economy and let them be happier. Let the elders have places, adult work, and the youngers don't. Let everyone be happy.
Peter, because when we are doing the service, we realize those who can really step forward, those new immigrant sisters, actually it's less than 5%. The rest of 95 cannot. The boundary from the family or the checklist from the society, she can't step out. What I wish is if our society can really pay attention on the education for the new immigrants. I observed that many of the children in remote area are dropouts. When we find there are dropouts, the public power will involve and put them back to school. But when the new immigrants come here, there's no law to require them to study in school. And actually happened that some families will limit their lives. Probably they require to help the business. All kinds of excuses. Like Chinju must feel the same. When you are stuck inside, you can't have the chance to study just like most of us.
I see.
You can't have the same point of value like us. So they think they are pitiful and keep inside the circle, the dead end. They will be stuck inside a circle. That's what I see. I would like to tell the society by the chance that we should pay more attention on their rights.
Actually, what the agency has done is already very nice. But because I think the problem is when we move here, most husbands are also in disadvantaged families. Yes. But we keep our attention on just like what Mr. He mentioned, that the new immigrants should keep learning, but not the husbands. And one, if I have learned the skill, but the husband remains the same, that becomes another issue for the marriage again. Because some husbands don't let their wives to learn in courses. He thinks you will learn something bad outside. Actually, most are like this, and even the mother-in-law is like this. But he didn't think that far about. If my wife can't speak and read anything about Chinese, how she can educate my kids? Because like my husband is busy, he doesn't have time to teach the kids. And if the mothers don't know anything, how I teach my kids? That would affect the next generation. I think this is a huge issue.
Well, today we're talking about the service and the mobile station. We learned a lot today.
Right. I think no matter where you are, the problem you face, you still need to be brave to speak out. Then others will know how to help you.
And the men here should improve
That's
themselves.
True. Just like what she said. Men here should improve themselves together.
Yeah.
To improve the family into better quality.
Love the house in
Happy
better way.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
And there should be a plaza.
Right, a plaza.
A plaza. To make a campaign.
Yes.
Yeah. And the right of
Yes.
education. And there are more works to be done by Eid and welfare.
And if people have more rights to share, give it to Yidian. Because there are more people still needed.
And I only need to, as long as there's Shandong steam bun.
I also want it.
And Mr. He, I also want the Kobia to eat.
Kobia, that's yummy.
Yeah, loving this house.
Loving this house.
Thank you all to
Thank
the
you,
show
everyone.
today. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.